Hey guys, and welcome to Trail Feature Focus episode 6. This one again at Eagle on the Hill, same as last one, and a trail called Jammin. So probably one of the least used trails at Eagles, I guess. Pretty overgrown and narrow. This is a feature at the end of the track where it connects back onto the top deck track. And there's a tree gap with a roll there, and it's something that I first hit when I was sort of forced to at one of the gravity enduros a couple of years ago. Pretty cool feature, looks pretty intimidating, but again it's pretty basic if you know what you're doing. So hopefully you find it helpful, and again, like and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff to keep in touch, and enjoy the video. Cheers. Okay, so the setup for this really is from here. You want to try and stay balanced on the bike, evenly weighted, front to back, side to side. And there's a slight uphill just here. And then you're faced with this. So you used to have two different options here. You had the option to go right, which is the B line, which is pretty sketchy because of the roots, especially in the wet, and then the A line over the top. I'm not really sure where that left-hand line's come from, to be honest, so I'm just going to focus on these two, with the main focus being that middle one to try and help people get over that. So a little bit of a hop here, especially if you're going through that line. You can see a few, whether it be cranks or bottom brackets, maybe hit that. So you can take a bit of a line here. The advantage of that left-hand line is you can get a little bit straighter going between the trees. The obvious thing between the trees is the distance. So before you hit this, you want to be looking and seeing that distance there and the height of your bike, especially your stack height. Because I'm so tall and on a very high stacked bike, I'm nowhere near those 2 points, but some people maybe. So roll your bike up, and then you get to here. Again, like a lot of roll downs, if you want to wipe some speed, you need to have enough speed to get to this point. Point of no return really is probably back here somewhere. And then make sure you carry that speed, lay off the brakes, and it's a really smooth roll out down into there. Again, just be mindful of people coming from this direction as well. Technically, we have to give way to them, I think, because it's an easier track, but I'm not 100% sure. Just use common sense if you can. And then, yep, rolling down here. Stay off the brakes. You may want to start dubbing some brake here if you feel like you need to wipe off speed. And then off we go. So that's it. Alright, so setting up from here, keep straight, balanced on the bike. Get to here, roll it up the rock, and then just roll up. Easy as that. So hopefully that's been helpful. Tree gap here on Jammin, and help a few people that haven't been able to tackle this feature give it a go. Probably a little bit easier in the dry, but it is reasonably slippery out here today after the rain that we had on the weekend, about 50 mil or so up here. So it's not the driest, it's probably that tacky sort of grippy stuff, but some of this hard clay is actually still quite damp and slippery if you're going too slow. But yeah, it is quite another one of those things that just gets into your head, I think, with this one. I was forced to do it first when I tackled a geezer a couple of years ago, and I just had to force myself to give it a go. And yeah, a lot easier than what you think, I guess. So give it a go, take into consideration a couple of those things that we talked about before, and Hopefully it's helped you out, and let me know if it has, or if you want to hit it up, more than happy to help out. So thanks again, guys. Cheers.